Hello everyone, good afternoon, good morning. So, I'm going to do a little Q&A today. I got my first question, and I asked him if it's okay if I go over it on YouTube, and he was cool. It says, this is from AR21. Thank you for sharing your story. Did you view it as a religion? And how did you leave, escape? I heard they make it very difficult to leave. Difficult, yes. Okay. So it is, it deserves a longer answer than I gave him on the post. And did I view it as religion? Absolutely. One of the more convincing elements that confirm it for a person that, oh wow, this is a religion, are the celebrities who endorse it. And in the beginning of the orientation film, I think that came up in 1996, I doubt they still use it, but in the beginning of the orientation film, there's a proclamation by Bill Clinton that gives religious recognition to Scientology. Yeah, that's the IRS declaration or whatever the fuck that is. So that to me was like, wow, if Bill Clinton can say it's a bona fide religion, then hell, what am I arguing about? Let's dive in. And it just made me even more convinced that I was doing the right thing. And then, actually, another thing that makes you think it's a religion is everybody else and the way they act, particularly those that have been there for a long time, holding higher positions like auditors and supervisors and seniors. You see them like very serious about it. And you're like, wow, this is no joke. And the OTs, the phony OTs, you know, you're like, wow, that's a powerful being. You know, I really hope to get there. And you see them, and you think it's real, because you're like, wow, and they act like it's real, as much as they know it's phony. So I think deep down they know it's phony, but maybe a lower percentage of people who actually believe it. It's my opinion. Who can believe this shit? So, who can believe OT3 is really what I'm trying to say. Alright, anyway, I don't want to go down different trails. So the next question is, how did I leave? I'm just going to go to the last time I left, and that was when I just severed completely, for the most part. It's a strange story, and as you know, I have schizophrenia, which means I can create delusions. I can have delusions of thought, of vision. I don't really have that much, but I do get conceptual misunderstandings that I believe are true. And that often, especially back then. And there's further effects that I have from the condition. I'm not going to go into that right now, but how it affected me in this situation, I'm just going to say it's going to be crazy. It won't be as crazy as a Xenu story, but it's pretty crazy. I believe that was a past life OT, a female, and an OT7, and I had to get out of my marriage and leave my daughter behind in order to get out. I sincerely believe this. I even brought it up in sessions. I always got my needle afloat. It just always validated what I'm saying to be true. And it was a deception. It's not true. But back then I believed it hardcore. And I don't know, subconsciously, if I'm like, I gotta get the hell out of this fucking cult. Because things were difficult. Anyway, the story has many layers of onions. This story has many layers, and it's something I will delve into deeper. I hurt some people along the way, and it's sad. It's not easy having this condition. And it's not easy being a Scientologist at the time. Yeah, I feel bad for the people I hurt, because I left so abruptly. I did the routing form, I did the marriage counseling, all that, and I just went to my parents' house. And long story short, I started over, and that's where I met my wife. She brought the Holy Spirit to me, and I'm going to have her on. We're going to talk together about her and I and our relationship. She's an amazing person, very spiritual, very healing, and I think you should all see her and hear from her. Me trying to explain her story is just not going to be justified. Give it justice. It was a pretty hard ordeal. I just don't know how to convey it as we go over it more. As I go over it more, I'll have more detail, like basic therapy. And it's nice to confront this and talk about it, because I've only talked about it with my wife. And I'm glad to answer your question. As strange as it is, as strange as my answer may be. Yeah, I left my ex-wife and I left my daughter, who was 5 years old. It was the hardest thing I ever had to do. And I was definitely in a state of psychosis. To kind of back that up, being an OT7 and all that, you have to understand that whatever you say in an outing session pretty much gets validated when you get a floating needle. I don't have time to explain that, or the know-how to explain a floating needle. I'm not tech trained. So I'd have all these past lives, and it was just my schizophrenia going in a playground. You know, you get thrilled by this idea of what you're thinking about is real, and you make it real in your head. You know, from being in Vietnam to being an angel and saving somebody, to being on other planets, to being in spaceships, to all kinds of fucked up shit. Whatever your subconscious or whatever you want to create. And if you believe it's real, Scientology says it's real. If it's true for you, it's true. It's a really bad lie. And I used to welcome that quote. I just thought that was so freeing. Listen, man, what's true for you is true for you. Now, there's some truth in that. You know, I believe in the Holy Spirit. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. I don't believe it like the cookie cutter version. I am a very esoteric person. I have some strange beliefs, but I sincerely believe them. I'm not going to discuss them here. I could later. But sorry. I don't know what my point was. I lost it. But, Oh man, sorry. I like to do these videos candid because it helps show me a history of myself. And I might even see an improvement with this HolyRogue that I have and such. So, you know, sorry for the slow videos. They'll pick up. I just want to be honest. So what's true for you is true for you. And so if you believe that you're an alien dictator from 80 trillion years ago, and you still feel that essence, because that's you, you know, it justifies your actions. It justifies the way you walk around in life, being whatever you want to be. I think that's one reason why people like Scientology, because it gives them this false validation, that synthetic approval of your own truth as a stupid emulator. So people love it. People with money will go and just get off on role-playing out their past lives. It was fun at times. And, you know, that leads to when I thought I was an OT7. Female like that. It's fine. It's just a body. But, yeah. And it led to all kinds of shit. And I got myself out in that strange way of believing something that wasn't real. And escaping. And it's still the best thing I had to do for my mental health. And I'm glad I did it, but it caused pain to me and to the people I love. Today, I do have a decent relationship with my daughter. We still talk, which is nice. And yeah, I'll just leave it at that because, you know, I don't want to get into who my daughter is and everything. So, yeah, thank you for the question. And if you guys have any other questions, please post it. As I do this, I'm going to get better and better at answering videos or doing videos. And it helps me. Even this answering this question. Because it gets me to look. And honestly, doing these videos is a therapy for me. So, yeah, I need you guys. I think you're going to help me. You already are helping me. Alright, God bless you.